Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's another Sunday. You back. Favorite bets on the internet. First formation. We got your NFL Sunday Week 13 preview going on. It's myself, Trey the commish. You got People's Coach CC, and you got Bishop, aka the
champ. Let's go. That dude right there. You know what I do. What I do.
Yeah. That's what we doing.
Yeah, man. Don't hate on them. Don't hate on the pimping, man. Don't hate on the pimping. What's going on, y'all? What's good, man? It's a couple of days after Thanksgiving. Everybody should be full to be. Hey, for those out there, hey, throw that shit out today. Throw that.
It gotta go today.
It's Sunday. It's time to throw it away.
I thought y'all said Monday.
I thought y'all said Monday. From Thursday to Sunday. Now.
Let it go. Let it go. I know you're trying to hold on to it. You're trying to eat it all day yesterday, so you ain't have to throw a whole lot out. If you ain't eat it all, oh well, let it go. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna be on that toilet. You better not be in that toilet. You're gonna be on that toilet, and it ain't gonna be pretty. I'm telling you.
So you ain't got nothing. Like, how was your Thanksgiving, brothers? How was your Thanksgiving first?
Great.
Good. Absolutely phenomenal. I came out 3-0. You know what I'm saying, for the weekend, you know what I'm saying? So it was a great weekend for me, you know what I'm saying? Outside of the fact, funky ass.
Three of these guys was doing this
like 3-0, but it was 4 games. I ended up 3-1, right?
Oh, it was 4 games.
That's why he said Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. I forgot Thursday. I said Thursday. Yeah, Thursday's game. But I forgot yesterday. 4-0. I forgot about
Friday. You know what I'm saying? Friday. Man, I was just talking Miami. Come on, Miami. Y'all had
bro, that man is 0-5. He's 0-5 in cold weather.
And he came out looking raggedy out there, man.
Bishop, say it again. Say the last part of what you just said again. Cold weather, bro.
He cannot play in the cold weather. He cannot. He is
Bishop. Can you play in the cold weather?
No, he cannot.
No, I'm saying, can you play in the cold weather during your time?
I don't like to play in that shit. I don't like playing that.
Because the whole time I'm spending and thinking to myself, like, and you know, back then I didn't come off the field, so it's like, and then we're not playing with all that stuff on, so it's like, especially in the flag football world, like that cold weather was. And that ball feels like I spend the whole time frame thinking, like, yo, my hands is cold, I can't feel my feet.
That part. I hate
you gotta stay moving. That's why you gotta hit somebody.
Even when I played overseas, right? Or I played full contact. I was still in the military. I played full contact overseas. I hated that, bro. I hated the cold. That stinging when you get hit. That makes you run different. When it's cold outside, you run different. Because you ain't trying to take a lick, bro. That lick is not something you want to take, bro.
That's how you warm up, though. You got it, man. Come on, man.
Man, no.
That's you know what? You in a different type of fight, but it's definitely mental warfare because you in a different type of fight in the cold. You got to sit up and you got to think about and you looking at the time, and it's like
that part. And you trying to win. Don't get me wrong. You trying to win.
You still put up the fight, but it's like, I want to get up out of here.
Trying to get that lead up so you can kind of like lay back off the other stuff. Because if you behind, you really hurting.
Yeah, one in the snow, like, bruh.
There's snow. Oh, yeah.
Wind and snow.
Bro, it's just not pretty, bro. It's just not pretty. I'm gonna just be totally honest with you. The wind, don't let it be windy. Oh, Anthony, don't let it be windy.
We talking about what's up with Chicago? You like, man, how you?
So they put up a good fight. They put up a
fired, water boy. You're fired. Ain't he fired? He gone. Ain't he? Gone.
I told y'all that when they hired him. I told y'all that when they hired him. I don't know.
Fired.
So let's break this down, right? First game, like you said, Chicago and Detroit. Detroit almost added to that lose streak. It was very close. Caleb Williams.
They was trying to give them the game. They did. They were thinking they power to give Chicago the game.
Wasn't they trying to get the game?
When you look at it, right, is that all? I mean, yes, it is. But should Caleb Williams account for some of that, or does he get a pass because he's a rookie?
Oh man, you know what? It's the whole team thing, man. Because I know one thing: if I don't know what the play is, you got to call a timeout, right? Like sometimes a quarterback call a timeout because I don't know what's going on. You got all that time and you still had a timeout left and you don't even use it. And then your guy says, whatever he said, that was the right play. Yeah.
I get why he said it was the right play. No, I get why he said it was the right play.
You can't give me
the reason. Hold on. Listen. The reason he said
Long as you got a timeout on your books, Trey, there's no.
I get it, but peep game.
Go ahead.
So what he stated and what he said is if they had called a timeout to stop the clock there, then what would have happened is if they came up and didn't execute the right play the next time, then they're out of timeouts. And so it's on the back end. I look at it as Caleb didn't have enough wherewithal to when he got tackled, it was 32 seconds on the clock.
Correct.
He didn't run the next play till 7 seconds on the clock.
Correct.
At that point, he should have, even if he didn't get it.
That's why you the coach, you timeout. Like,
that's right.
But what I'm saying
is, the sideline next to an official.
Man, we gotta get our best play. We gotta get our best couple of plays called right now. So call
you gotta keep in mind, right? Because you got to keep in mind it's third down. It's third down. It's third 22. Down. Right, third down. So all you needed to get was in field goal range. That's all you cared about. That's all you cared. You didn't need a touchdown. You needed field goal range. That's what you needed. Extend the game and play for another quarter. You needed field goal range. You didn't need a touchdown. You didn't need to necessarily go for the big gusto or Hail Mary. All you needed was a field goal. Tie it and call it a game. No, you decide. You saying Caleb made the best choice. He did not. 32 seconds when he took that sack. You let 17 seconds run off that, or 16, 15 seconds run off that clock for no reason.
Apparently, that's why you needed a timeout. See, I would have if I'm the coach, I take the timeout because you
still got the opportunity
to take a sack anyway. You know, you got to throw that ball.
Worst case scenario, if you take that timeout.
Throw the ball away.
Legitimately,
but if you worst case scenario, if you take that timeout, right, it's third down.
What's good, Eric?
You take that timeout. You take the timeout. You draw up a play. You drop that play. That play don't work. You don't have no timeouts. However, you got a spike of the ball. The spike of a ball takes all of 3 seconds. All of 3 seconds. So you left. So mind you, you took that timeout. You had 32 seconds left. You run the next play. That leads.
But think about what you're saying, right?
About 7 plays. 7
game. Mm-hmm. So you gotta you gotta take in consideration he couldn't do that because what would have happened is if he would have took the time out, they don't get the third down. There's no way for them to spike the ball. They can't get the field goal team on in time. So what should have happened? Because it was 33 seconds. If they took the time out,
you still had third down and fourth down. What do you mean?
But the fourth down is spent trying to get the field goal team on the field.
That's why you spike the ball.
That you don't spike the ball, you lose getting down. This turnover on downs if it's fourth down.
Yeah,
you're right.
So so that's why they had to set up and go. They had to say they had to say time out. But if but again, they don't. They only have the one timeout. If he takes that timeout,
he's saying if you take that timeout at that 32 seconds, you don't have time to get the field goal team.
You don't have the time when you run your play. Because think about it.
They only had 1
seconds. Think about so they wouldn't have had no time. They would have been trying to get the team on the field. It would have been so.
Hold on.
Your main objective right there is to get into field goal range first, so you don't know if you're gonna get the ball out of bounds.
But I'm saying,
you got to throw it out of bounds.
True that. But listen to what y'all are saying. Listen to what y'all are saying.
If he tries a chance.
But that's why he held the time out because the timeout gave them a chance. It was on Caleb Williams to run the play. So they could have had an opportunity to get possibly in field goal range. It's not now you call the timeout. Now you try to put yourself back in field goal range. If they had called that timeout and then wouldn't have been able to convert to third down to a first down or field goal range, now they're trying to run the team on the field to get the field goal. It doesn't go well.
But you know what, Trey? I still disagree because I'm gonna tell you like this.
Okay.
You have to play as a coach. You have to be prepared for all types of scenarios. You're not going to get me to believe that these coaches, not one coach in the 32 teams of the NFL has not practiced a way to get the field goal team on the field quickly because they may not have timeouts. Now, keep in mind, hold on. Keep in mind, you're not bringing a whole 11-man roster or a whole 11 men on the field for a field goal.
You surely are.
No,
you're special teams. Everyone on defense and offense ain't on special teams.
not everybody. You're not bringing a full 11. The center probably is the same, and a couple of linemen.
The long snapper, you got to think a minimum 3 people was out on the field during that time frame. You got to bring on the long snapper, the kicker, and the holder for one.
Long snapper. For what? It's a field goal. You're not punting the ball. It's a regular center.
Snapping along. You still snapping 7 yards back.
I think you can set that up in 20 seconds, 15
at
seconds.
At least.
But again, what you are talking about is you have to sit up and get them on. They have to be ready to go. Get them on the field. Get them set, and then you got to. So then you got all that is. And for a field goal that needs to be kicked, that be made. It's not like it's just a 1-point conversion or a conversion. That is, and then in the waiting seconds of a game that's about to end, we ain't talking about going to halftime. We talking about a game ending. This needs to be done. You can miss all throughout the game. This one needs to be made because it's going to extend you, just like you're saying. So that's why I look at it back into the situation in which Caleb Williams and even Eberflus, who got fired, of course, it all came down to them and their bad decision making. But what Eberflus was saying, in which he's saying it was the right play, it just was the wrong execution because they couldn't call that timeout. If they would have called a timeout, it puts them in a bad way. But on the opposite side of that, if they could have got the conversion or if they could have got in field goal range, now the timeout is there. You call the timeout, you have the opportunity to set up and then have a good chance at cooking a field goal without having to rush. Because take in consideration, if you rush, you're taking the possibility of false starts, illegal shifts, and all that type of stuff.
So now we see the difference between a team that's 11-1, 10-1, whatever, and a team that's 4-8. Because you got to take your best chances. And I felt like the Bears, the explanation was weak. But I think the Bears just didn't execute. Nobody on that squad executed down the stretch. Like Caleb deserves the responsibility because as a quarterback, first of all, you can't take sacks in a situation. Then you take the sack. Then you got to rush to the line. Bro.
That wasn't his fault. If you go back and look at the video,
whose fault is it, Trey?
The tackle, the guard, he missed it. He completely blew the assignment.
You got to throw it away though.
But it wasn't. It was a design. It was a design run. He was going. He ran right.
Play, wasn't it?
No, it was a run. It was a run. It was a quarterback sneak. What happened?
He shouldn't be quarterback sneaking with Caleb Williams at that point. That's a bad call.
What happened was, as you said, they were trying to get in the field goal range. Caleb was supposed to.
Caleb Williams running the ball. Yeah, when you got DeAndre Swift, he's not that. We got DeAndre Swift.
Now you see why they lost 6 in a row.
Big game. When they called, you gotta look at when they simply called the play. Caleb Williams was supposed to go in that gap. Of course, it's gap on defense. He was supposed to go through the to the 2, and he was supposed to get to the outside. The offensive tackle, who I forgot who it was, because they kept on looking at him. He messed up on the play before that with the illegal hands to the face, and then he turned around and got flagged on the next play where he didn't get flagged on the next play, but he never got to the outside to push the man out to open the hole up. He stayed inside, and then he looked, and then when the ball was snapped, he looked to the right and seen that his man has beat him and no one picked him up.
Caleb Williams is not a Kyler Murray. He is not a CJ Stroud. He is not a Jalen Hurts. He is not a Lamar Jackson. Caleb Williams cannot do that. He is not that type.
He does that all game.
He is not. He is not. Caleb Williams has not rushed 1 for 100 yards.
They scored on him doing it twice on that drive.
Just because you scored don't mean you that dude. So does.
But what I'm saying is
Patrick Mahomes can score, but that don't make him that type of dude. He's not that.
I get you're right. But so think about what you're saying, right? You're saying that it should not have happened. They're probably saying it should not happen. Hence the reason they did it because it wasn't expected. But what happened was they wasn't, because when you look at it, when you go back and look at the play, if the lineman had kicked him out like he was supposed to, that was an open lane. There was no one there on the back side.
But you talking. You got DJ Moore. You got Cole.
He's not running.
You got,
bro. When you look at it,
you got all these players on the field. You got all these players on the field, and your best option is Caleb.
But I think at the time it was 3rd and 4. He was just going.
I'm glad. You know what, Trey? No, I'm glad because you be coming up with.
Well, it was second down, right?
I'm gonna peek
it
it.
was second. It was second. It would have been. He was going to either get a first down or they was already in field goal range.
It was second and 20. He was not finna get.
It wasn't second and 20. The sack is what made it second and 20.
Okay. Watch. I'm glad you said that, Trey. Because I'm sitting here watching the game right here. Don't worry about it, CC. Don't worry about it, CC.
Look, now watch when he kicks out.
It's second and 20. Look at the down. It's second and 20. Look
they
at
was
the
trying.
down.
Then they was trying to get into the field goal range.
No,
go ahead, run it.
Run it. He wasn't finna run. He was throwing the ball.
They said it directly after the thing that he was a design. What's it called? It was a design run. He was supposed to look at the right side. Look at the right tackle.
Caleb must get, that's what I was saying when I saw the play live. I thought
a design run. Y'all look at this play.
That run call.
Does that look like a design
run?
He
dropped back like he finna pass it.
Yes.
He dropped back like he finna pass it.
Looks like everyone drops back. Everyone drops back. When do you not drop back on a quarterback sneak?
Does that look like a design run though?
All right.
Y'all be honest. Does that look like a design run?
That's what I'm saying. Look at it. The right tackle missed the play. Look at him. He never got to him. Look. That's what they're saying. He was supposed to kick that man out. He's not going
to run for 20 yards, Trey. He's not.
He wasn't trying to run for 20. Listen to what I'm saying. He was trying to run to get them back in the field goal range. They were out of field goal range.
Look at all
this. They got the pass interference. Because on that play, Keenan Allen had got them down to the 13-yard line. They got the penalty, which pushed them back to 2nd and 10. And then he was
right here. He was already in field goal range. Field goal range is right here. He was already in field goal range because he lost 16 yards.
Field goal range.
They were outside of field goal range.
Trey,
look at the blue line. The blue line tells you. The blue line tells you
what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. This is the fourth down play, right?
Right.
He's not outrunning them now. So what makes you think he's going to outrun him then? But okay, listen. Okay, got that. Gave him the pass interference.
That was a pass. That's what I'm saying. Listen to what you're saying. You're proving my point.
You're not listening to me. Listen. You're not listening. Watch. He's in field goal range now, right? No, he's not. Right. Okay, there go the sack. Listen, there go the sack, right? 2nd and 20. Yes. So he loses 16 yards. He lost 16 yards, right? Because it's because it's going to be 3rd and 26. He lost 6 yards.
He lost 6 yards.
Okay, listen. So he lost 6 yards. Listen.
If you go back, the ball was at like the 35 on
right
the
here. Right, so here go 5 yards. He lost field goal range when he took that sack.
He lost field goal range before that. Run it back. It tells you where the thing was. He just lost 6 yards.
Don't have to run it back no more. He just took a 6-yard loss, did he not?
Yeah,
is this the line of scrimmage? Yeah. Is this the blue line of scrimmage?
Yes.
So if you count this 1, 2, 3, 4 yards, he lost 6. He was already in field goal range. So they say
field goal range is what? The 40 is the 30. That's
the 35 again. You a 52-yarder because you 7 yards back. That's a 50.
Yes.
He was in makeable range for an NFL kicker. That's what
he was in the field goal range when he took that sack.
His NFL kicker, a NFL kicker. Maybe you know how many teams don't kick field goals because their kicker ain't gonna make it. Like everyone's kicker ain't built the same.
No, I'm watching them now kicker from 50 in college, man. You never used to see that all the time. Now you starting to see him kicking 55, 56
bro. The red line.
I know what the red line. The red line is the field goal range.
I'm not saying you don't, but whether the red line is. When he took that sack, he was already in field goal range.
It was already in field goal range.
That's what I'm saying.
It was already close. That's why.
When he took the sack, they were out of field goal range. Now you have to do something.
He knocked them out of field goal range because of the sack. That's what we're saying.
Right.
I get that. I completely understand that. What I'm saying is, I'm taking into consideration of what I was listening to and what I was looking at on the game. And the game is simple, like you said. When he was 4th and 4.
Are you talking about the coach? Please don't say you listening to
no, the coach. I'm talking about before the game in real time. They were on 4th and 4. On 4th and 4, of course, he's not like it makes difference. Like when he set up and chased them on 4th and 4, that was a design pass. So no, it don't look the same. For what it was talked about was that play was meant to be a design run, and they didn't get a chance to develop because the right tackle missed the block. He came unabated. He ran right into him. It was nowhere for him to go. So he collapsed the pocket. It was only supposed to because the backside had a blocker, but the right side didn't have a blocker because he was supposed to push him out. He didn't block him. He beat him off the rip. That's why, and he never played to block to the outside. He played on the inside, and the dude went wide. But in any case, like I was saying, I believe that some of that goes to Caleb Williams. And I think the people look at Eberflus like it was all his fault. He tried to do what he did best. In state, he knows his kicker, and they're not going to be. It wasn't where he knows the second team. He tried to play. In any case, someone's going to look at it's a bad decision, right? That's what I look at. No matter what, it's a bad decision. No matter how you look at it, I don't feel
have a better
explanation. That's my whole question, bro. Like, you don't need to run most quarterback, most coaches, and help me out, CC, if you agree. Most coaches, I feel like you have a running back in DeAndre Swift. Why do you need to run it with Caleb? If you're gonna run it, run it.
That's why coaches
trying to be sick to play. Quit trying to be sick to play and catch him off guard. Why do that? Get the
because if you don't have that personnel on the field at the particular time, if he's not on the field, he wasn't on the field. They couldn't get him on the field.
That's what I'm saying. That's what CC's talking about. Take a timeout, call the play to put him on the field.
But again, y'all keep on talking about take the time out. Y'all are missing what is in play. It wasn't conducive for them to take the time out and put him on the field based on the fact that we might get what we need. They set up and took in consideration like the back end of it was, if we don't get what we need, we have the time out to give us an opportunity to set up to do what we need to do. If they don't get what they need and the timeout is gone, you're rushing at this point. So that's what he's saying, that it was the best play that they could have done. Like I said, good play. I mean, poor execution. Caleb Williams threw it down there out the back of the end zone. If he would have set up and called that timeout, now you don't have anything to play off of. You basically sit up and thinking on the what if. The timeout gives you an opportunity to sit up and be like, you know what? This is our last down. I mean, like you was just talking about, can he make a 52-yarder? With the timeout,
I just got Eberflus feeling like that's what I'm saying. I think you can make a 52-yarder. I think if you take that chance, I think you don't, you know.
But like to your point, what you're saying is, with the timeout, that allows Eberflus to sit up and make that decision. Without the timeout, that gives them no choice to make the decision. What happened is the proof is in the third down. If Caleb was able, and we look at the fact that it would like in-state is they went out on their shields with a timeout. What should have happened is, because in-state is they got a playoff, it just wasn't the effective play that was going to put them in position that, you know what I'm saying, that's in-state was. They part of the problem was how we reserve our time.
On third down, I just need to get those 6 yards back that I lost. You know what I'm saying, on the previous play.
And I'm glad you said that.
I don't need the whole thing. I need 6 or 7 yards.
And this is why
Eberflus got fired. Right here. Look at this. You're 3rd and 4 for a first down. Here's another field goal. The red line again is the field goal. We all know this. Red line, 3rd and 4, 108, 2 timeouts. 2. You got 2 here. 3rd and 4. This is the play you call. Why? Run the ball. You 3rd and 4. You had 2 timeouts now. You still got 2 with 104 left. Now it's 4th and 4. Now you put yourself in, I got to make this play right here. If this wasn't a pass interference, the game was over anyway. But instead, you wanted to run the play. Yeah, he gets the first here. He gets the first. That's right. He gets the first. So there, again, you got 2 timeouts with 56 seconds. Run the ball. You're in field goal range now. You're clearly in field goal range.
You got to look and take into consideration. Is he playing to win the game with 56 seconds?
I think he's 2 timeouts,
or is he playing to field goal?
That's the question for us.
And that's why his explanation was so weak. You got to do better than that when you're tanking. You got to give better explanations when you're tanking. They tank.
But he doesn't take. They're not tanking at that point. They was looking at defeating the Detroit Lions and putting themselves in position.
It's too.
They're better than the other part of the
We've seen teams trying to win, and we've seen teams not, right? Like that leads me to the Raiders, man. Now that's just awful football that y'all play such a good game to get back in the game and to make it a game and to have Kansas City up against the ropes like that, and then do that. Come on, man! You end the game on a botch snap, a snap that hit the quarterback. He not even ready. Nobody set. Who does that? Like, who does that? Like, only the Raiders could mess a game up like that. Like, come on, man. You gonna beat the champs? You gotta beat them. And it's like, I feel bad for Pierce because the look on his face is like, man, what can we do to turn this around and get a win?
When you look at that, in my opinion, like I said, controversial. I mean,
that play came back
to a controversial.
That play came back because it was holding. That's why they went back. So they wasn't in field goal. Oh, pass interference offensively. I'm sorry, it wasn't holding.
Yeah, he got not pass interference. It wasn't at the offense. No, I mean,
I'm looking at what the official's saying is pass interference. That's what he called.
On what play? What you talking about? When he caught the ball?
Moore caught that ball?
Yeah, when he caught
on the 13-yard line. I thought that was the one where the dude had the illegal hands to the face.
It said pass interference on the thing. I don't know.
It was illegal. It was illegal hands to the face because he pushed his helmet off and then they brung it back because he got to the 13-yard line.
But now it's 4th and 14 and they back on the 46. 46-yard line, 45-yard line.
So in any case, like we was talking about, it came down to like that was saying a battle. Do y'all think at this point with the Kansas City Chiefs, do you think they continue to get calls their way that are very, very, very suspect? Like I'm very sure, Bishop, when you was looking at it, you was like, how did the Kansas City Chiefs get an opportunity to say we want to take this ball when it was a false start and the ball was blown dead? How does that happen? Well, we know how it happened. It happens because of human error, but it seems that the Kansas City Chiefs get a lot of human error in their favor.
I didn't see that. I didn't even see that part of the game.
All I can tell you is the Chiefs are like,
but they've been getting all season.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what. So you start to look at it like, yo, how does a team get favored like this?
Man, that's just luck. Like only time I ever seen
this was at the end of the game.
A team this lucky was
it was a turnover. It was
with Eli Manning.
It was like a turnover point when they called a false when Las Vegas was going down. They looked like they was about to score. The Chiefs, the official blows a whistle for a false start. In the process, they stopped it and they was giving the ball
on offense, right?
Yeah, Raiders are on offense. When he threw the ball, and I think he handed it off or threw it, the running back fumbles. The Chiefs picks the ball up. They go and they confer, and they say, Chiefs ball turnover. When the whistle was blown, when the play was blown dead to begin with. So it's like, where does this come out?
Like, blown dead?
It was blown dead.
Whoa.
They stopped the play.
I don't think they called false. I thought they called illegal shift. I thought they called.
Oh, that's what they did. They changed it. So when do you blow a play dead for illegal shift?
But that's what I'm saying. Now they normally let them play. They've been letting them plays go this season. All the plays been going this season. They call it.
It's dead. They call it a dead play. But in this case, like you said, they changed it. They changed it to illegal shift. But still, you blew the. Even when they called it, think about how
they blew the play dead.
They blew the play dead
for illegal shift.
They don't, but they like you said,
it's not a dead ball play. It's not a.
But listen. They initially. They blew the play dead because it was illegal, because it was supposed to be a false start. When they conferred, they said it's an illegal shift, which means
y'all got conspiracy against Kansas City. It was illegal.
Hold on. So the official got it wrong twice. So initially they blew it. They blew it because. So in other words, basically what you're saying is they blew it dead because if it's a false start, it is a blown dead play. You stop it before the play starts.
But when they conferred,
find out it was an illegal shift. Is what?
Yeah, but it's like at this point you blew the play dead. Like you blown the play dead. Like at this point you blew the play dead. It's a dead play. Right. But because it was a fumble, they gave it to Kansas City.
Yeah, but it just messed me up because all that conferring when it's clear it was an illegal shift. It was like, it wasn't no false start. It was an illegal shift the whole time. So it was like bad on the refs, but at the same time, those plays normally go. You normally run those plays out and play those plays out. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. But they blew the play dead, and when they blew the play dead, of course, I mean, everything is different. Like, yeah, you might catch the ball, but you're not holding on to the ball, expecting you're gonna get hit and cough the ball up.
But the Raiders still had chances to win that game. They had chances to take that game from Kansas City, and they just didn't capitalize. Like the game was as close as you could possibly get. And coming down the stretch,
they was in that game.
O'Connell looked like he was about to do them too, and then it's like, oh man, now all of a sudden, like I say, man, the ball just hit you. Oh man, you know, like.
And that's why Eric said what he said about is the NFL rigged.
Yeah. Sometimes it does look kind of.
Like I said, all the favor tends to go towards the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know, because I see some things in other games where I'm like, whoa, you know. But I think it was I think I saw last Sunday I was talking about, I think it was the 49ers game or something where they called pass, when they didn't call pass interference or something, the dude mugged the dude. It's like sometimes they let you get away with stuff. I don't know.
A lot of games, Zach, this season.
Yeah, about three. KC should have lost about 3 games this week.
Yeah. They pulled them out of the end.
Like, yeah, they are. They really are. Patrick, you got to get Patrick Mahomes. He's doing a lot with nothing. All he has.
And not only that, he digging his own hole and then digging himself out of the holes.
That part.
He digging himself out of holes. Like,
he really is. Like, he really put himself in the predicaments and he found a way to get himself out of it.
I see two teams running the league right now. I see Detroit doing it by just kicking your behind. Like, they putting up points. They saying stop Jahmyr Gibbs. They saying stop Jared Goff. They said, you know, they coming at you. Amon St. Brown, they coming at you with everything. And then that defense, they didn't learn how to blitz. They blitz packages look more crisp than they did last year. I mean, you watching Detroit do it in a different fashion. And then you watching Kansas City in the AFC, man, somehow they just finding ways to win, whether y'all say the refs on their side. I call it luck.
They're getting Kansas City's getting assistance. Kansas City's getting assistance.
You cannot call that luck.
I call it luck, man.
You can't call it. I ain't gonna
say it's rigged. I ain't gonna say that. You know, what I'm saying they're being told, "Hey,
you block a field goal. That's luck. Come on, man.
Kansas City's getting assistance."
You can't call it 10-1. That's luck, right? You can't call 10-1 luck. You can't. It's not possible. Ain't that much luck in the world.
And then Chris Jones gets a sack at the right time in a game to change the game. I mean, they just doing things different every time. Like, you know what though? I think what pays off is the physicality of their secondary in a lot of those games, because early on in those games, watch the Kansas City games. Early on in those games, those flags are coming out. They being called, but late in the game, they letting them play. They letting them play because they stay physical all game long. So they letting them grab late in the game.
I stand firm on, if it is luck, it's going to run out. Kansas City is not going to repeat.
Who y'all think going to beat them? What team right now y'all think can beat them?
In the NFC?
I'm waiting on y'all to say Buffalo. I'm waiting on y'all to say Buffalo.
Buffalo can.
Buffalo is Buffalo. They showed you.
Buffalo can. That's the thing. Buffalo can't beat them in the. This is the time Buffalo will end up beating them in the postseason.
I like Amari Cooper. I like what Todd got, but
it's gonna run out. I'm with Trey. I'm with Trey. I'm with Trey. It's gonna run out.
They're getting past on a lot of stuff. At some point, stuff is going to be blatant, and it's just not going to be able. They're not going to be able to. I'm very sure they're having meetings now, like, "Hey, y'all been getting these calls and stuff like that. We can't continue. We got to. We're messing up our brand." And then you're looking at the fact of, like Bishop just said, even though I think he's not doing less with little, because what they do is, you see Kansas City has a type, right? After Thornton got released by Buffalo, he was the fastest man during his draft, and guess where he ends up? Now he's on Kansas City's practice squad. Kansas City know what they're doing. So, you know what I'm saying? So what you got to take into consideration is Andy Reid goes after what he knows how to plan for, how to plan for. But what you get is you're starting to get to the point to where it's like you get a few people here and there. Bringing in DeAndre Hopkins was ideal because he's not a speedster, but he could go get the ball, and he has someone to throw to.
Receiver.
Juju Schuster-Smith isn't a speedster, but he's a big body. So, but you still have the Worthies, you still have the McCole Hardmans, you still, like in Morgan Thornton, like you got people that blow the top off that opens up the scene for those people underneath. Hopkins, Schuster, Kelsey, You got a thumper.
Noah Gray is about to be the new Travis Kelce, man. I'm telling y'all, watch this Noah Gray. If he stays right there with Kansas City, look at what he's doing right now. Noah Gray is having a good year. Everybody talk Travis Kelce, but this dude having a good year solidly. Like he's solidly putting up numbers on you and getting in the end zone.
Oh yeah, Travis Kelce,
right?
He's that dude. He's a Hall of Famer without question. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Who?
First ballot. Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
First
but
ballot.
But Noah Gray doing his thing right now, man. It's Noah Gray solidly like replacing Travis Kelce, making the plays. Kelce still makes some plays throughout the game, but it's like 83 number being called more and more, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
So we talked about, like I said, the controversial. We talked about the shootout. What about the games in between, i.e., the Dallas Cowboys getting a dub?
Boy.
So now that's a team that give me that just beat. We let them hang around. The Giants was in the game.
They were.
The Giants
they were in that game.
I was saying before, the Giants are the new Detroit Lions. Yeah. That's how Detroit played. They was in games. They was getting smacked still. They wasn't winning, but they was in the games. And slowly but surely, we saw them ascend to now where are they now? I think the New York Giants is the new. I know y'all don't want to hear that. That's y'all division.
No, but
I don't want to hear it because it's my conference.
I just don't think they that. They don't have anything.
Since I said Michael Parsons wasn't getting no sacks, look how many sacks he started. This dude started playing now. Like he came back off the injury playing now. Like I think that's making a little bit of difference. I think the defense overshone playing. I like the defense, what our defense doing, but man, our offense, but we struggle at times to find some offense, which put our defense in a bind.
Yeah. I can't say the Giants are the new Detroit because the Giants don't have weapons Detroit has.
Well, neither did Detroit. They was just winning on the fact of their will. And then they slowly but surely start. I mean, because you got to look at it, right? Take in consideration the Detroit Lions.
Talking about the old Detroit in? You talking
about the Lions before they became when the Lions, Detroit. When
they was just biting kneecaps, they wasn't biting heads.
Yeah, when they was they was winning, they was in fights. They was in a fight with everybody, but they couldn't win the fight. I scratched you. That's all they could say. Yeah, it was a scratch, but they didn't win the fight. And then, of course, because they was that lower tier team, it gave them an opportunity to have better draft picks. So now we have New York finna do that. Take in consideration, Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown were top tier picks. Hence the reason now we're talking about them. And the Jameson Williams, you see his hurt over that dude on the game. That dude got up over, but it took that. They built them. They built the team, and so that's what I'm looking at. New York look like they have that fight in them now with nothing. So when they start, depending on, I mean, of course, it goes on their drafting as well. Like they're going to have to draft right, and we was talking earlier before we got on, is Cam Ward the quarterback? Is Shador
He's looking better and better for Shador.
I think for the Giants, because I know the Giants' history, they go in Gabriel, boss. If they can get Gabriel, they go in Gabriel. Gabriel is going to be a New York Giant, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't think Deion would allow Shador to go to the Giants. I don't think Deion be like, hell to the no. Hell to the no, you're not going there. Nope. I don't think he and now what Moore did, I don't think he didn't definitely.
What if Arch was available?
Archie Manning?
Arch Manning? Man, he not ready yet. Like keep him at Texas, man. Hey, we gotta win a couple of
go before Archie.
Arch Manning down there in Texas. Man, he
Arch.
Ewers. Yeah, Arch Manning.
Arch Manning. Oh.
Yeah, he's not available because he's only his second year.
I think this is his sophomore year, right?
Next year he would be available.
Yet. Like he ain't even started completely.
He started. He hasn't started. He's just led off the season started.
I'm saying he started a season in the.
No, not a season. No.
He started. He started while.
I'm saying like you ain't seen enough body.
But that brings it back. Quinn Ewers is available. Like we pass on a bunch of quarterbacks.
Quinn Ewers. Do you really see him playing on Sunday? like leading a team, a franchise.
I don't see none of the quarterbacks currently playing on Sunday.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, do you actually see? I mean, you know,
you don't see.
I see Gabriel playing. I see Sanders playing. I see I see Cam Ward at some point playing. Like, yeah,
he's about the closest thing is Cam Ward, in my opinion.
I see him playing. I see him playing because of the tone of quarterbacks now, the nature of quarterbacks. You want that scrambling, instinctive guy that can improvise. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to Patrick Mahomes now. You know, so now everybody, you notice all these quarterbacks got an underhand pitch now. All these quarterbacks got a sidearm throw. All these, you know what I'm saying? All these quarterbacks are adding all this stuff to the arsenal. It's opening it up, I think, in my opinion, making the quarterbacks in the future, they're going to be tougher because the way that they can read the field and adjust to the field, it used to just be about progressions. Now it's about setting the man up to get past them, to shake them, you know what I'm saying, to break them down. Everybody ain't got Lamar Jackson ability, man. Like some of them, they have to set it up. So you seeing a lot more ball fakes. You seeing a lot more. You're going to have to take me on quarterbacks breaking bigger runs now. Like, that's college and pros.
Yeah.
You watching these guys, you know, a 12-yard scamper. I watched who was it that doesn't even hardly run play the other day, and he broke and he ran for yardage. I was like, man, he running for yards. The game is changing right now. With quarterbacks that don't normally running now. That was Matthew Stafford. That was in a Matthew Stafford game. Matthew Stafford ran for like 20-something yards in the game. And they was like, hey, he ain't done that he ain't done that in years. Right. He got to add it to his arsenal because that's what's happening now. The defenses are faster.
Well, that's just like Aaron Rodgers used to do that, but when it was a time ago. But of course, if you got everyone running with their backs to the defense, to the line, and it opens up, you will get you 10, 15 yards in the slide.
Man,
Trey, you talk about so in that game, you talk about when the ball hit the quarterback?
No.
Yeah, the Raiders game.
That's what ended the game. The ball, like they was driving, and then he fumbled the ball. It ended up being like a
no. But I thought was that the illegal?
Yeah. Matter of fact, it was. Yeah.
Oh,
and that became the illegal shift.
You got to give him the turnover.
Why?
Because the ball was hiked. The ball
was hiked, but it was blown dead.
No, it wasn't blown dead. I'm looking.
The referee came from the sideline with his closing his hands.
No, the ball the ball was hiked. It hit him, and then the referee threw the flag.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought the ball hit him, and then it's like, but the flag was thrown because it's a legal shift. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they don't play on with illegal shift.
This is the play you talk about. That's why I asked. Is this the play you talking about? Because if this is the play you talking about,
because the ball,
you got to give him the ball. You have to give him the ball. Yeah, you talk about somebody, boy, Andy Reid and all of them jokers gonna go ham. So if this is the play. Is a play. This when they were driving, like he said, they driving, and then the quarterback. The quarterback is not looking. You right, CC. The quarterback is definitely not looking. He goes to hikes the ball. He's still calling plays. Look, and the ball's hiked. Here come the flag.
And nobody was because
there go the flag.
The quarterback paused because the receivers wasn't set up. He knew they wasn't set up. That's why he didn't want the ball. Like let my guys set up.
Right, I see what you're talking about. You talk about this official over here. Over here to the right.
He's coming from the sideline already.
But the ball's already snapped. See, and he didn't call. He's got to do that way quicker. He's got to because the ball's already snapped. The ball snapped, and
because he's looking. It looked like O'Connell's looking over at the official coming onto the field. And so,
he's calling plays. I think he was just calling plays from the way it looked. It looked like he was just calling the play.
And he was waiting on his receiver to set up on that side. And you saw the receiver wasn't set out there. Like he hadn't even lined up.
And I think that's why the official went like this, called it whatever. But you pretty much got to give him the ball. You can't not give him the ball on that. The ball was hiked. If the ball hadn't been hiked, or if he'd have caught it, put it like this: if he'd have caught it, the quarterback would have caught it. They probably could have stopped the play because now they do a lot of times. Sometimes there's a false start and the quarterback already got the ball. But being that it hit him and he hit the ground, now it's a fumble. You got to kind of like give it to him. I see it now, but that's a jacked up way to end the game. I ain't gonna lie.
I was like, the Raiders can't win to save their life, like right now.
That's a jacked up way to end the game. I ain't gonna front.
2-10 or whatever the Raiders are. 2-10.
Yeah, I think they 2-10, something like that.
Tough sledding.
Boy, that part. So
and how good is Green Bay? How good is Green Bay? How good is Green Bay, man? Green Bay looking. If the Lions looking good and the Vikings looking good, Green Bay looking You know, and the Eagles up there too, right? All of them in the 9-win, whatever, man. Those teams,
but we got a big show today though. Today is a big day for us. Big day. The top 2 running backs in the league going at it tonight.
You know, somebody told me at Thanksgiving that might be the Super Bowl right there. The Eagles
they were saying that all day today.
The Eagles and the Ravens.
Everybody said this may be the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl. This could possibly be the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl because NFC, AFC, both of them. Yeah, it could be it. Everybody all up on the Detroit and the Buffaloes and the KCs, but it could be us and the Baltimore Ravens. Bird versus bird. Bird versus bird. Let go.
I got a new leader for me for my MVP. Right now, I'm looking at. I hate to say it, but I'm looking at Saquon Barkley. I don't like to give the Eagles no props, but Saquon Barkley.
Let's go.
Like if he crushes the scrimmage record, Trey, if he crushes that line of scrimmage record like he on pace to do, both passing and receiving, if he crushed that record and knock it out the park,
good morning.
Then I think he's gonna get that. I think he'll get that.
He's 216 yards away from the franchise record.
That's interesting. Y'all say that. So y'all saying he should get because what now? Let me understand this.
The scrimmage, like if he does that scrimmage, that line of scrimmage record or whatever, man, you know, the most yards from scrimmage in a season, if the way he looking like the projections are he finna blow it out the water with like 5 or 6 games left. So if he do that, then his name should be up there in the MVP because I don't see a quarterback playing better than what he's doing.
He should win the MVP or he should be up there in the MVP.
He should win the
MVP.
I think
who else will win it?
That line of scrimmage.
Trey be on that.
There he go.
So I'm back
to that.
Trey be on that nonsense, bro.
See, I'm not on nonsense. I'm just listening. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking
questions. Trey, he doing it in the NFL. You talking?
I'm just asking questions because y'all talking about.
You talking Mountain West?
Y'all talking about Saquon Barkley doing what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
True that. And I just feel like Genty's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But
you are not going to compare.
I'm just saying. I'm just wondering. So I'm letting you speak on it. I'm letting you speak on it because what I've seen this weekend is a lot of stat padding for a particular player.
For I know you talking about
Travis.
Talking about Travis
Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Run the bill up. Run the bill up, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to. You got to.
You don't.
You do at the position in which he's in. You have to. You almost have to. And you think they're not doing the same? Hold on, but you really feel like they're not doing the same thing with Genty?
I watched Boise State play.
He's doing
Friday.
what Genty is doing.
Man, and come on, man. The man had 27. He had 23. What was it? 23. He had almost 25 touches at halftime, Trey. At halftime,
if you look at it from the get, but listen to what is true enough. But it's not Pat stat in that sense. It's because he's the team. He's the most valuable player on their team. If you look at it over the course of the year, that has been the rhetoric.
Some people ain't got 20 touches the whole game. He got 20 at halftime. So that tells you they give.
No, but I get it. He gets the ball but that has been the whole year. How did all of a sudden now all of a sudden Travis Hunter got 10 receptions for 100 and some yards with 3 touchdowns?
Don't do that, Trey.
Come on, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Call his number. But Genty has been that person for them the whole year. Hence, going back to what I said, he's the most valuable player on that team. He's not just someone that they give the ball to. It's not a barrel of riches. If he wasn't,
is Travis Hunter not the most valuable player on the Buffalo?
I believe that the Colorado Buffaloes can win without Travis Hunter. I do not believe that if Travis Hunter just played on the opposite side of the ball, then yes, they can. I don't believe there are other players in Colorado that can sit up and go that can be given the ball to be effective, but they tend to give it to Travis Hunter. I get it. But on the opposite side of it, that's not the truth in Boise State.
Thank you, Steve. So it ain't coming from me. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
Colorado could win without Colorado.
No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't.
We seen how they struggled when the young man was hurt this season. We
That
saw
part,
with our own eyes.
But did they win? They won.
No, they can't.
They won games without him. Now you seen they won games without Travis Hunter. They might have struggled, but it was a game. But they won the game.
Just because you win a game without a person doesn't mean you're not the most valuable player, though, Trey.
Right.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying though.
Yeah, I'm saying that you can get
But
like they can win games without Hunter.
But you didn't answer my question. Is he the most valuable player on that team? You did not answer my question. You just said that they could win.
No,
without
he's not. I don't think he's
the most valuable
player on the team.
So who
is? I think it's Shador.
No.
I ain't saying he's the best player. I'm not saying Shador is the best player on the team. I'm saying Shador is the most valuable player on the team.
First down, who you looking at? Every time Shador need a play, who he looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like every time he really need a play, who he throwing the ball to?
I get it.
He almost got that young man hurt. You saw that flip where he tried to make that catch, man. He followed his head. He almost got.
So all I'm saying is that Shador. I think Shador is the most valuable player on that team. I don't know if they can win. I believe if you got Travis Hunter on the offense and playing both legs as he does, but you got someone different like their backup quarterback as the starter. I don't know if they win those games, but I think you can have Shador as they did without a Travis Hunter, and they won games. So that's what I'm saying. Shador, like Travis Hunter, might be the best player on their squad. I'm not denying that. But
so he's the best player, but not the most valuable.
Yeah, you can be the best player, not the most valuable player. That's possible.
How?
That's very possible. The best player on the San Francisco 49ers is Christian McCaffrey. He's the best player on their squad.
And he would be the MVP.
I agree with Eric right there, man. He's the best player in college football right now.
So if you're talking best player,
you know what he is? You know what? He is the best player. I would even give that. Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. Is he the best? Is he the most valuable player? I dispute that. I don't think he's the most valuable. I think he can be the best
player in college football, but not the most valuable.
Because it's a difference.
What's the difference, Trey? I'm listening. Please,
because you're the best player doesn't mean that you're the most valuable player.
Name a player, and you can't. Please don't use that Christian McCaffrey thing again, because we know he's won MVP before. Please name a player who is the best player on the team, but is not the most valuable. And I'll wait. Name one. It's taking you too long, bro.
Think about it. Jerry Rice was the best player, but Jerry Rice was the best player for the 49ers, right?
He was best player?
Yeah, he was the best player for the 49ers.
Not when Joe Montana was there.
That's what I was saying. When he played with Joe Montana.
He played with Joe Montana and Steve Young.
But
he wasn't the best. He wasn't the best player.
He wasn't better than Joe Montana.
He wasn't.
Rice is the best receiver of all time. He the
best
GOAT.
Receiver on the team. He wasn't the best player.
He wasn't the best player.
Best player because he. So look at it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Joe or Steve wouldn't have had Jerry Rice, I don't know how effective San Francisco would have been. Right?
If Jerry Rice didn't have Joe or Steve,
if Steve or Joe didn't have Jerry Rice, I don't know how effective they would have been.
Man, Joe started. Joe didn't have. He didn't have. Joe was winning Super Bowls without Rice before Rice came.
Joe only won one Super Bowl without Rice.
He was winning before he got there. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. My point is
Joe won one Super Bowl without Rice.
But he was in NFC Championship games. He was already doing his thing. Joe Montana was already doing his thing before.
He won one without Rice. He won 4 of them with. Well, he won 3 of them with Rice.
He won 3 with Rice.
He won 3 with Rice.
1 without.
One without, and then Steve Young won. And then Steve Young won 1 with Rice. Common denominator: Jerry Rice. He was the best player for the San Francisco 49ers, but he wasn't the MVP. He wasn't looked and seen as the MVP. He was the best player for San Francisco, but he wasn't seen as the MVP. No different from what I was talking about with Christian McCaffrey. We just had it just last season. Christian McCaffrey finished 4th in the MVP race. However, he was the best player for the San Francisco 49ers. We could not have gotten. I mean, it's subjective.
He finished 4th because of voting, not because he wasn't an MVP.
Well, yes, I get that.
So Tyreek Hill had a great season last year, almost a record-setting season last year, right? But where is he at without Tua?
He fell off at the end of the year, though.
But where is he at without
Tua? Have a great season.
No, but where is he at without Tua? Like this year,
we see that. So that's what I'm saying. Tyreek is a better player, but Tua is the more valuable player. Tyreek is a better player. So you're telling me Tyreek is not a better player than Tua? Tua is the most valuable player.
No, Tua's not the most valuable.
I think if any one of those quarterbacks would have tried hard enough to put the ball in Tyreek Hill's hands, they would be successful too. I mean, you just got to try. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't have again. It goes back to when you think about it, right?
Is your feeling about MVP and best player on the team? I get it.
I don't think that. I'm not saying they can't correlate, but I'm saying that it doesn't always correlate. Like there's people who are better than other people, but there's people that are more valuable.
Terrell Davis was better than Elway at that particular point when they was on the same team. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why he was like MVP, right? Terrell Davis ran for 2,000 yards. He got MVP. Like he was the best player at that time. Elway had the name at that point. But Elway was on the end of his career at that point, right? It's sort of like Devontae Adams.
That's just for me.
Adams was probably the best player on Green Bay a couple of them years with Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers was MVP. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers was MVP.
I just look at that.
I kind of understand where you're coming from, Trey. Don't get me wrong, because there are great players, a lot of great players on a lot of good teams out there. Like for instance. In example, my team, Philly, who's MVP?
Saquon Barkley, hands down. If you don't say Saquon,
okay, who's the best player?
In my opinion, right now I like Saquon, but AJ Brown is getting close. You know, before him, AJ Brown was that guy, but now it's Saquon. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna give you another example. Baltimore Ravens. Who's the most valuable player? Is it Derrick Henry? Or is it Lamar Jackson?
I would think that.
Thank you.
I would go opposite of that.
Why? How?
Because the only thing that changed from the roster is Derrick Henry. And they're doing better than they was last year. The only thing that changed.
No, they're not.
What are they record? They're doing
the exact same. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing the exact same. They just got a better run game, but they're doing the exact same thing they did last year.
Their run game a little better. I mean, you got to take into consideration they let two people creep up on them. So when you in state is their run game is getting back to, but their run game has put them. We're gonna see it to come to the end of the season. I mean, it's a little early, but I think Derrick Henry is the valuable player in this aspect. Lamar may be better, but I think Derrick Henry is the more valuable player because he has changed their game into something else. Because what happened is, just like I said, when they had what's his name when they were pushing in the first year
they record last year, then they finished the season 13-4.
Yes.
And right now they 7-4. So you think they go finish? You think they finna win all the next 6 games?
I thought they was 8-3. Are they 7-4, 8-3?
They done lost 4 games, right?
Oh, was it 4? Okay, I thought it was 8. I thought it was 3.
I'm just saying, look at their record right now. They done already lost
8-4.
8-4. Okay.
So you feel me?
They 8-4. They have Pursuit. I mean, let's be honest. They can run the table. There's only 2 people that stand in front of
they
them.
But they can. But me and CC is saying that they got the same exact record, basically.
That's what I'm saying.
No different
so
with Derrick
Henry. 13-4. They got the same record with Derrick.
They got the same record with
Lamar Jackson still that guy.
But I mean, again, semantics. That's no different.
You already lost.
Again, that's no different.
Lost last year.
Again, that's no different. The year the San Francisco went to the playoffs last year, went to the Super Bowl. They was 6 losses, in which I told them they was going to run off. They wasn't going to lose a game the rest of the year, and they didn't use a game the rest of the year until they got to the Super Bowl. So I mean, true enough, I understand it. That's a possibility. But where you're looking at it, the Baltimore Ravens have the Eagles tonight. They got the Giants next week. The next test might be the Steelers. They got the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
And already beat them once. What do you mean it might be?
It's definitely.
I mean, they beat them once, yeah, but what was the score when they beat them?
No, I'm saying it's the battle of the Baltimores.
It was 18-16. Like, you know what I'm saying? Someone comes back and figure that out.
Like, but look, listen to me. You got Lamar Jackson and you got Derrick Henry, and you saying that they better than what they was last year. They lost. These dudes kicked 6 field goals and beat you. Like, they ain't even score a touchdown to beat you. Like, they ain't scored a touchdown to beat you. I don't think they better. I think it's gonna show in the postseason. Don't get me wrong. I think Derrick Henry gonna be most valuable in the postseason. But right now in the regular season, it's Lamar Jackson all day because they reckon wouldn't be what it is without him.
Lamar is the better player. I think, like I said, I think Lamar is the better player. I just think in this case, Derrick Henry is more valuable. His gameplay to them is more valuable.
Well,
even it may not show up. It might
take the Eagles, man. Last year you saw the Eagles; they was flying high. They was 10 and whatever, 10-1, and then they lost all them games at the end.
They fell off at the end.
Yeah, right, and they fell off. This year they not falling off. Saquon is not going. The only way they're gonna fall off is
at this point.
Saquon is not.
At this point,
not on the field. It's the only way they're gonna fall.
At this point, at this point, it was the same thing last year. We didn't expect the Eagles to fall off, and they did. So we're not going to honestly know to the end of the season. The expectancy is that they're not going to fall off.
Saquon is more valuable because
I'm not saying I believe that. I'm not saying that. I'm just thinking that
games that are close. One play he gonna break that open and change the scoreboard real fast for you, right? Like those are the things that's been key to me is that Derrick Henry, he started off doing that and he doing it late in some games, but over the course of the season, I'm really thinking
you got to think about it. There's
lived up to the bill,
and you got to take into consideration there's a difference. Like we just said, Derrick Henry is matched with Lamar Jackson, who is looking at winning his third MVP in what 8 years, 7? Not even that in 5 years, 6 years,
6 years, something like that.
5-6 years. So that's a difference. We're not talking about Jalen Hurts in the same. So it's different what the distribution of the ball is. Derrick Henry is doing what he's doing with a Lamar Jackson in his midst or in the shadow. Jalen Hurts is not Derrick Henry. I mean, it's not Lamar Jackson. So
I was gonna say stop it though, because a couple of years ago we was talking. It was all Jalen Hurts. Remember, they not too many years removed from the Super Bowl. It was all Jalen Hurts. Now you mean
but there was no.
Saquon brought a different element, you know.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I'm saying with Derrick Henry. But it's the difference is Derrick Henry is playing in the shadow of Lamar Jackson, who is.
I didn't expect Derrick Henry to be as good as he is, but I don't see him. He hasn't really made a difference on that team. Like that team is the same. They was running with Dobbins. They got the same running production with Dobbins and all them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was getting it with just 3 different people plus Lamar running. And that was just
Dobbins was nowhere close to being where he was at this point. They're not the same. That's all I'm saying. They're not the same. There's a difference.
No, I'm saying
right now
the front runners a game changer, but I don't see it yet. You know, like I thought I was gonna see it. Like right now, basically what I'm saying is they got 4 losses on their belt. When you look at Detroit, they got 1 loss. You look at Green Bay got 3 losses. All I'm saying is I thought that Derrick Henry was gonna put them guys over the top and they would be up there with the upper echelon, the Buffalo Bills and stuff, but they still are notch below them. They're not on the same level. Like, they already got 4 losses that prove they're not on the same level. And one of those losses was to who they lost to.
They lost to the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Steelers, and
the Raiders. Say that again.
And the Browns
got losses. I mean, the Raiders got 2 wins, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
they were lost to the Browns twice, didn't they? No, once.
I think they lost to the Browns once, but it's not the same to me. It's like what Philly is doing is different because nobody expected Philly to be doing this, even with Saquon. You knew Saquon was going to bring something, but you wasn't expecting Philly to be on top of that division right now. Like, nobody had that.
Did. That was the whole conversation. The only thing different was we thought the Cowboys was going to be there. The whole conversation was
Eagles nobody saw the Commanders. Philly done had to leave the Commanders. Like, you got to give Philly their credit as far as hanging in there. Like, one while they was talking about, oh, it's so awful. They want to get rid of the coach. They want to do all the different things. They can't muster no offense, but somehow they've been figuring out ways to win games and stay. And a lot of it got to do with Saquon Barkley, man. That dude he changed the culture. Now, you talk about a guy, he changed the culture there in Philly where they not hanging their heads. Now they like, yo, you know what? Number 26 can help us get there. We could probably go all the way with this squad. It's a whole different vibe, and you can see it. I don't know when it switched, but now you can see it in Philly that they believe that they can win. The defense showing it. The offense is showing it now. It's like, yeah, man, Saquon changed that whole thing. You don't say that about Derrick Henry changing the whole thing over there in Baltimore. They doing the same thing they was doing last year.
Again, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is it's a difference in Derrick Henry because there is not what they had previously. Like, yes, we can see the change in Philly because you can't help but to see it. They're not doing what they was doing last year. Yes, Baltimore is doing the same thing. However, it's going to make the difference is going to be over the course of later on in the season when it comes down to it, to where it's like you're going to be able to see like, oh yes, he definitely was the difference maker when it comes down to if they're in the national and they're in the championship game again. And like I said, J.K. Dobbins is no Derrick Henry. It's a difference.
So let me ask you this. So you see that Baltimore team right now, you see that team winning the AFC. You can see them beating. You can see them beating. You can see them beating the Chiefs or the Bills or somebody, or even the Steelers to win that AFC.
Yes.
You really mean that? Come on, man.
I see them going back.
Philly, but I can see Philly beating Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see Philly beating Detroit. That's how good Saquon made them equal and comparable to them right now. I can see Philly actually beating Detroit. I can see them winning the NFC right now. You know, as of right now, the way things are looking, man, I can see Philly sneaking in there and beating Detroit. Like, I mean, I got nothing against Detroit. I think Detroit is great, but I can actually see Philly beating them in a head-to-head, in a game for all the marbles. I can see them beating them, right? I can't say the same for Baltimore for me personally, Trey. I just can't say it. If you see it, then, you know, hopefully I got to keep watching.
It's different.
I don't see it.
We just talked about it the other day where we said the same thing. How does Detroit win games? They wear down players at the end towards the end of the game. Out of David Montgomery. That's the same thing Derrick Henry does. And that's going to make a difference when you sit up in but it amplifies when you have a Derrick Henry that you can act like you're finna give the ball to, and you can run it with your quarterback while he can throw it too. It's a complete difference. They didn't have that last year in J.K. Dobbins. It was all on the shoulders of Derrick Henry. I mean, it was all on the shoulders of Lamar Jackson. Now, also taking consideration, it depends on the play calling. If the play calling ain't right, then they ain't gonna make a difference anyway. But now they can sit up and play. And some of the issues in the beginning of the season was they didn't know how to use Derrick Henry, presumably. Now they seem to be knowing how to use Derrick Henry, presumably, and now it's starting to make a difference. And so as it goes on, and as that time continues to build, and they get later and later and later in these rounds, when it becomes now is a little more, the games are more. The games become a little more valuable, or the decisions of the games being played is like, hey, we got to win this. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be different. But as we know, the date.
Answer that question real quick.
Oh, yeah, because they led the league in rushing the last 2-3 years with whoever been the running backs on their team. They still doing the same thing. So yeah, I think they could have did it without Derrick Henry or whoever else they had, because they proved they doing the same thing with, you know, they've been doing it. They've been leading the league in rushing. So I don't think that was going to switch.
Yeah, but it's been on the legs of Lamar. It hasn't been on the legs of Lamar and a running back since damn, I can't think of his name. He's a commentator now, but they've been on the legs of Lamar. Like J.K. Dobbins held his own, but he wasn't again.
Derrick Henry, Gus, whatever, and
they did it. As a matter of fact, they did it on. It was a running back by committee the last couple of years. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edmonds. They've
been doing the same thing. So yeah, I think by running back by committee, they still would have been up there in tops in the league in rushing, or the number one rushing team in the league, because they've been doing it the last 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that would have switched. Just because I think like I said, for me, Derrick Henry gonna have to show it in the postseason what difference he's gonna make, because I haven't seen it in the regular season.
I mean, that goes the same thing for Saquon Barkley. Honestly,
that goes for both of them, because neither one of them has had an opportunity to do it in the postseason, because neither one of them have made it to the postseason.
Well, Saquon has been in the postseason, but it didn't.
Yeah, but that was way.
As of right now, for me, it looks like the Eagles getting more bang for that buck right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's true. In the regular season, that's where it's going to come in at. So let's get into these.
Let's get into these scores before somebody score real quick. So first, we got the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. C.J. Stroud versus Sunshine, because y'all know Trevor Lawrence is back. He's back after being out for a couple of weeks due to injury. They're playing in Jacksonville right now. The score is still 0-0 with Houston with the ball. Trey, who you got? Jaguars, Texans. Who you rolling with?
Only because they're playing in Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're in Jacksonville.
that makes me want to go for the Jaguars, but I think the Houston Texans get an opportunity to change it around. So I believe that Houston is actually going to be able to pull this one off.
CC, who you got?
Houston. Man, Houston, y'all better do it today, man. I'm taking Houston. Y'all been letting me down the last couple of weeks with these picks. Come on, Houston, pick it up.
Yeah, you know what? I'm somewhat like Trey, being that they're in Jacksonville and being that Trevor Lawrence is back. A part of me wants to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Golly, I really kind of want to pick Jacksonville because they're at home, but I gotta go with CJ, man. CJ Stroud. They on a rough patch right now. They've been losing a couple of games back to back. I'm gonna take the Texans in this game. So it's the three-way with the Texans. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus the New England Patriots. That game is still scoreless right now. They're playing in New England currently. So with that being said, CC, who you got? Patriots, Colts.
Oh, man. I'm going to do it one more time to myself, people. I'm going to take the Patriots in this one at home.
This guy is not trying to.
I'm going to take the Patriots. They're going to deliver today.
Okay. Trey, who you got? Patriots, Colts.
I'm going with the Colts, although they are currently without a couple of players and stuff. But they still have Jason Taylor. They still have Michael Pittman Jr. They still have who was seemingly starting to make his own way in the NFL. Alec Pierce. I'm going to take the Colts.
Okay, update. Patriots have just scored with a 3-0 score. So Trey took the Colts. I'm gonna take the Colts as well. I think they're gonna get it. The Patriots still got to figure it out. I know they, trying to do something with the new quarterback or whatnot, but I'm still gonna take the Colts in this game. So let's go Colts. Next game, still scoreless right now. 4th and 6 at the Los Angeles 17-yard line. The Falcons versus the Chargers. Atlanta. You like that? You like that Atlanta Falcons and the Chargers with Harbaugh taking a huge L to his brother last week in them Ravens. They playing in the ATL. Give me Atlanta. I'll take Atlanta. I'll go first. I'll take Atlanta in this one. Trey, who you got? Chargers, Atlanta. Let it go.
I want to go with Atlanta. Well, you know what? I think I will go with Atlanta. I was about to say differently, but of course, as you don't know, J.K. Dobbins is out. He's been placed on IR, so he's expected at least to miss the next 4 games for the most part, which takes I don't think that this was enough time for a Harbaugh to really get into a contingency plan to be able to turn it around. They still have Ladd McConkey. They still have Palmer. They still have other people, but I'm going to take Atlanta in this one.
CC, Atlanta, Chargers. Who you got?
I'm taking the Chargers. I'm on that Jim Harbaugh train. I'm still going to ride that wave. Chargers, they just a better team to me than Atlanta.
Okay.
They are. I just don't think they have. I just think it's too early right now after losing J.K. Dobbins. Finally determined that they was going to put him on IR. I don't know if they were able to plan, but I agree. I think the Chargers are a better team. I just think it was too little, too late for them to properly prepare for this game.
Okay, next we got the Seattle Seahawks in the 12th man visiting those New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers, who they so-called bad man, but I ain't seen it. Anywho, Trey, Seahawks, Jets in New Jersey. Who you got?
There ain't much to say about this, but unfortunately, I'm going with the Seahawks.
You're going with the Seahawks. Seahawks
times two.
All right, CC ran out there and threw his out there in the boat real quick. Threw his out there in the boat. All right. Oh. Yeah, Aaron just ain't showing it to me, man. I gotta take the Seahawks too. I gotta take the 12th man. I have to. That game is still at 0-0. Next game, 12 o'clock game. Tennessee Titans. Old CC's favorite quarterback over there in Tennessee. Versus Jaden Daniels and them Washington Commanders. CC, who you rolling with? Commanders.
I'm going to take the Commanders slightly. Some tell me to take the Titans, but I'm going to take the Commanders.
Okay. I'm gonna take the Commanders in this one as well. Trey, who you got? Titans, Commanders.
You know what? I can almost see and understand what it is CC's talking about. And taking the Titans. It just seems like, I still don't think Will Levis is it. However, I think Jaden Daniels is regressed a little bit where it makes it enough to where Levis is able to maybe play a little bit. But I'm taking the Commanders. Let's keep it even keel. Nothing lost if I get it wrong. Nothing gained really if I don't.
Got you. Now, so it's Commanders all the way across the board. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will go first. Give me Joe Burrow. Give me Joe. Joe gonna make a fucking statement today. Give me Joe Burrow and them Cincinnati Bengals, baby. I'm taking Joe Burrow and them Cincinnati Bengals. Them boys are finna come and play today. They playing at home. They gonna get a win. They gonna get a dub in Cincinnati. Let's go. Trey, Steelers, Bengals. Who you got?
They're playing in Cincinnati?
Mm-hmm.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Okay. He got the Pittsburgh steel curtain in Russell Wilson. CC, who you going with? Steelers, Bengals.
I'm taking Pittsburgh as well, even though if y'all ain't seen it, Russell Wilson had already threw a pick six. I'm still gonna stick with the Steelers to win this game.
Okay, I'll take that now. All right, give me that. All right, last but not least, for the early games, we got the Arizona Cardinals visiting those Minnesota Eric Smalls Vikings. Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Vikings, y'all know what it is out there in that Jefferson. It's a bad man over there. Who you got? Trey, Cardinals, Vikings. Who you're rolling with? So
what's interesting, like we already know, we just talked about it earlier this week, Daniel Jones is now a Minnesota Viking. Of course, when you take into consideration, Sam Darnold is currently up for, I'm going with Minnesota, but Sam Darnold is up for an extension that will yield them about $32 million a year, which is actually interesting where it might be being paid by Minnesota. So I guess a lot more to unfold, but I'm rocking with the Vikings on this one.
As you can see, the Vikings just tied the score up with Arizona. CC, who you rocking with? Arizona, Sam Darnold, or Kyler Murray?
Vikings, man. They 9-2. These other guys are what, 6-5? Yeah. Get out of here.
Sunday, sir. Any given Sunday. Give me the Arizona Cardinals. Give me Arizona. Kyler Murray has got to make a statement today, and I think it's big here. Give me Arizona. Even though it's on the road. And it's on the road.
Burrow and Murray make a statement today.
Yeah. Burrow that's right. Both of them making statements today. That's right. Give me Arizona. All right. Next, we have the first 3 o'clock game, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, I believe. 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got the LA Rams. Who took an L? Y'all already know. Versus them New Orleans Saints. CC, are you who that? Are you who that nation? Or are you Ram tough?
Come on, Rams. Y'all got to get this one, man. I got to get this one right. Come on, Rams. Like, for real. The Rams, man.
Rams, I feel you on that. Trey, who you got? Rams, Saints. You who that nation or you Ram tough?
So I feel like these picks almost make me feel like I'm packing it in for my actual team season, right? Because all of them are tied except for one. But, of course, what's happened is San Francisco 49ers have the fifth in strength of schedule currently, meaning they have some good teams left on their schedule, which makes it hard for them to make a comeback under the certain. But I mean, you got to take in consideration who the Rams are playing. I don't think New Orleans is going to be able to enact that. We've seen. I'm going with the Rams.
Hey, I'm Ram tough too. I gotta go with the Rams. The Saints just ain't what God. They ain't showed me nothing yet to be picking the Saints. So let me get them Ram toughs. This game, another one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and that bad man Baker Mayfield. Did y'all see that block Baker Mayfield had down the field last week? That man right there is a bad man. That man went down the field and blocked as a quarterback. We ain't gonna talk about my quarterback. I know you remember that, CC. You're not gonna talk about my quarterback. So we got the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Carolina Panthers, which boy, they done brought him back, right? He's starting again, right?
Bryce Young, yeah.
Bryce Young is starting again. They ain't got enough for Tampa Bay. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Bucks versus Carolina. They are visiting Carolina. They are visiting Carolina. I'm taking the Bucks. Trey, who you got? Bucks, Panthers. Let's go.
So it's interesting, right? The Carolina Panthers is kind of like looking like a different squad. They got Adam Thielen back. They still have Brooks that is on the mend and looking to make his appearance at some point at running back. It's looking. You still got Schubert, but I don't think is enough right now. Although Baker Mayfield and his squad is hobbled a little bit, it's kind of like I wouldn't be. Say again.
Is Mike Evans back?
Yes, he is.
Okay, go ahead.
Even though they're both kind of like in the same situation. Difference is, I think Tampa Bay has a better situation. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. That was an easy one. Panthers. I like what they're doing. I was one of the first ones to say that Bryce Young playing better since the benching, but it's still not going to be enough in this game. It's going to be close, though. It won't be a blowout, but Panthers going to be on the short end.
All right. Next, I feel like this is the game. Well, no, this one of two of the games of the weekend, for sure. Them Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go. NFC East leaders right now versus them Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry is in for the MVP race as well as Saquon Barkley. And then we got, of course, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Oh, you really? That's what we doing? Okay. Y'all already know what it is, baby. Y'all see what's in my background. Y'all know what it is. The last time we made it to the Super Bowl. I put this on because I feel like we're going back. So y'all already know I'm taking the Eagles. But CC, this a big test for you, bro. It's a big test. Ravens. Battle of the Birds, baby. Now, Ravens versus the Eagles.
After all that talk, I just talked. I'm going with the Ravens, baby.
Oh,
I'm going. Yeah, the other birds gonna fly today. I'm going with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, man. I gotta go with the video game. He a walking video game.
All right, I like it. Trey, this is a big one for you because after this game is your game. So this could be a real big picker right here. You got what bird you rocking with? You rocking with that Raven or you rocking with the America's bird, the Eagles? Who you rocking with? Say it again, baby. They hear you in the back. Say it again.
So I think the only thing for the most part that the Eagles have that's going for them right now is, of course, he said because Mama's at work.
One dirty bird, Miss Chantel. That's Atlanta. You can't claim another dirty bird. The Ravens have never been considered dirty birds. That's Atlanta, ma'am. Thank you. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I think that the biggest thing that the Eagles have going for them is Saquon Barkley. So can he beat a whole?
The biggest thing for the Ravens ain't Derrick Henry because that's what you said. Hold on.
What I said is Derrick Henry is the most valuable player, but I said the best player is Lamar. So, okay. But what is going on? But can Saquon carry the team? Can Saquon Barkley
right now?
I know, right?
Can Saquon Barkley carry said squad if he's the best thing going against Lamar and company? That's where it relies at. But maybe he can. He's very potent. But in any case, I'm going with the Eagles. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh boy!
I thought you said the Eagles at first.
Yeah. Hey, can we get a clear clarification? Because I don't want no static. Who'd you say again, please, sir?
I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Ravens.
Let's go. Last but not least, the other big game tonight. Big game tonight. This is the big game tonight. outside of the Eagles-Ravens game, everybody's going to be glued to their TV because these are the two big games for today. Eagles play at 3:25 Central Standard Time, and then the 49ers and then Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, where the snow is coming down in Buffalo. The snow is coming down, and San Francisco has to leave their old sunny weather. It never rains in Southern California. It don't, but it snows in Buffalo. Either way, Brock Purdy's back. We got Josh Allen. That boy's a bad man. 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trey, this your team. San Francisco, Buffalo Bills. Who you got?
So as you see it right now, what I always represent.
That dude is so shady.
9 in the game, but I'm taking Buffalo.
Oh, he's sold out. He's sold out. He's sold out for his team.
I would never. Look how he's sold out. He's sold out fast.
He's sold out for his team. Oh, all you 49er fans, y'all see that? Oh,
it's always, like I said, it's always bang, bang, not a game.
No, it ain't.
It's always bang, bang, not a game. But
he's sold out.
Self-preservation in this one. I gotta be real. The possible, like what was being said, when you take in consideration what Bishop was saying, it's a huge, like it's snowing, like it's bad in Buffalo right now. That doesn't go well for teams. Taking consideration, Brock Purdy's just coming off of what is a shoulder injury, presumably possibly still having some remnants of it remaining. It's just the car, it might not be in the cards. I am perfectly fine with San Francisco winning this game, but for my self-preservation, I'm going with Buffalo. They have a better opportunity. They have a better opportunity.
He's sold out.
I'm a realist.
49er game. He's not a 49er game. It ain't bang bang 49er.
You better not ever come on.
He's not bang bang.
Always.
You can't say
always.
Always.
You cannot bang bang.
Right, so don't get it twisted now, because I have in fantasy football, I have Buffalo Bill players, but I'm not playing them. I'm playing my 49er players.
Oh, pick your 49er players. Of course you're going to play Buffalo because the Buffalo playing at home. But pick your 49ers. Be a diehard. If you bang Niner game.
I'm still diehard.
No, you're not.
Because I don't pick them doesn't make me not diehard.
CC, is he bang Niner game, CC?
Yes.
No.
You just heard him say he going for the Bills. Oh. Say what you want. I ain't never traded you in Cowboys. I ain't never sold you out like that.
That's right, me. I ain't never picked against my Eagles. I ain't never picked against them.
That's like saying, you know what? When we get off air, I gotta say something. I'm not gonna say it here on air, but when we get off air, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say it here on air right now, but I'm gonna say something when we get off air.
Woo! CC, who you got? 49ers,
Bills. I was taking the Bills anyway.
I'm taking Josh Allen at home, man. They at home. They fit to play in front of their crowd. There's no way I'm picking the 49ers to go in that inclement weather and get a dub.
Not the same 49ers this year for some reason. Not the same 49ers.
They not finna do it, man. They are not. And then for tomorrow, to end off week 13, we have the Dog Pound. The Cleveland Browns versus those Denver Broncos. Drake May, Sean Payton over there trying to make things happen. Cleveland is traveling to Mile High Stadium. CC, who you got? Denver, Cleveland.
Broncos by a field goal. It's gonna be like 12-9 or something. It's gonna be a field goal game, but I'm taking Broncos.
Okay. Trey, Broncos, Browns.
So Jameis Wilson has played 3 games? It's been two out of 3
since Deshaun went down.
Yeah. So you could take it, say that he's done what he does usually, but that only goes so far. Like you can't, like Jameis Winston, like his antics and stuff like that. You will believe Denver's pretty hot right now. I'm going with Denver.
Hey, that's a 3-way tie to me, man. I feel like Drake May, I think he might have, him and Sean Payton, I feel like they building some type of camaraderie between the two of them. I think that's Sean Payton's future quarterback. I think he looks at Drake May as a Drew Brees. I feel like he's looking at him as to be that franchise player for the Denver Broncos. So give me Denver as well. I think I don't think Jameis is going to be able to do enough with those Broncos in Mile Stadium. So give me Denver. With that being said, I said Drake May. I meant Bo Nix. That is Bo Nix. I keep saying Drake May. Drake May is in New England. I keep saying Drake May, and I meant Bo Nix. Golly. They look alike, white folks. I mean, no.
But Bo, I think Bo got a little bit more.
Bo Nix, that's what I meant. Bo Nix. I meant Bo. I keep saying Drake May, but I meant Bo Nix. But either way, that is our picks. Y'all heard it here first. For you bang bang Niner gang.
And down goes the Niner gang.
Bang bang Niner gang this dude here.
Just like that.
Bang bang Niner gang this dude here. I don't want to hear nothing about it. And this is the thing. CC, if they fool around and win,
I want that. I want that. That's what I want. I want, like, don't get it twisted. I'm taking Buffalo, but I want San Francisco to win. I'm willing to take this L for the week if San Francisco. Here's the reason. That's my strategy. I want, in every fiber in my body, wants the San Francisco 49ers to win. However, because of where I am, if I was ahead by 4, like if I hadn't lost that pick last week because I didn't pick because I forgot to take Kansas City, then I would take that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little too close, and we have a little too many what's it called? So I can't do that. So I will take the L if San Francisco would win. It's an L well earned. However, looking at what's against us and looking at the weather, like the field is snow covered, and we ain't even playing yet. It's not even playing yet. They still got hours before they play in the midnight under the lights. So it's going to be very cold.
And the temperature going to drop.
Exactly. So it's different. Yeah. So if we are able to will ourselves to the W, I am all for that. However, playing the odds, this is a better take for me. I'm willing to take the L if San Francisco loses. However, I wouldn't want to take that L when I know is a great chance that San Francisco would be an L based on what they have. But I'm still hoping the San Francisco will win. I'm going to cheer for the 49ers to win, but in case they can't, I would take the consolation of keeping, because all y'all pick Buffalo. So as I take the consolation of
you knew me and CC was picking Buffalo.
Yeah, you know I was going.
Y'all haters. I knew I was.
You knew that was coming. But I'm happy.
Y'all haters. I knew y'all would.
I need you and CC to do the exact same thing that you're doing for the 49ers. I need y'all to go for the Eagles as we take on them as we beat the Ravens.
It's a chance that y'all lose that outright.
I got the Ravens right now, man.
Let it go. No, let it go.
Now, I'll be honest. I almost went with Philadelphia, but I think, like you said,
it's regular season. I think Lamar Jackson gonna put on a show today at 3:25 when everybody watching him. That's just my feeling. I feel like he's gonna put on a show.
I like it. Hey, I like it. I love it. Hey, so there it is, y'all. You have our picks for the first formations, weeks 13. They're in the books. You see it. You heard it here first. Be sure to tune in. Stay tuned in, because we always bringing it when it comes to this football, man. The game we love. We close it out, man. We closing out. What, we got 3 weeks left?
No, it's 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Yeah.
Do we?
And then the playoffs and all that type of stuff. So it's time.
We got 5. Oh yeah, dang. Okay. Yeah, we got 5 weeks, so we still got time. A lot of game to be played. A lot of game. See who gonna get into these wild cards and all of that, and who gonna make the cut.
I need to get a little closer this week. I'm creeping up. I gotta get a little closer this week.
Here he go. Yeah, he been balling out. I can't lie. CC been balling out these last couple of weeks, man. He been inching up every week. Every week he inching up. Hey Trey, real quick question. What time is the drawing?
3:30.
All right. So for you that don't know, man, I need y'all to understand. Time is of the essence. It's not too late to still get an opportunity to get your money's worth in regards to our raffle. This raffle is for our military fraternity. It is going to go on at 3:30 our time, right? That's 3:30 our time, 3:30 Central Standard Time. It will be live, correct, on Facebook?
Yes, Facebook or the Cyberfi YouTube page. Both of those.
So make sure you check it out. If you don't know, it's Cyberfi YouTube page or what is it going live on Facebook? What is the Cyro 5?
Cyro 5
page?
YouTube, yeah.
Facebook page. All right, so Cyro 5.
I mean, it could go live on your page as well if you want.
Right.
But
I'll share it. So be sure, again, you get an opportunity. Look at the bottom, as you can see up close. If you look real close, you have 5 options. 1 ticket to get you $10 get you 1 ticket, 3 will get you 20, 25 will get you 3, 50 will get you 6, 80 will get you 10, and $100 will get you a whopping 15 opportunities to win a 75-inch TV, smart TV, a 9,000 watt generator, and a 5.1 surround sound receiver and speaker system. So be sure, get it in before 3:30 Central Standard Time, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Get your tickets in, tune in live. You don't have to be live to win, but if you're there, it gives you get to see if your name is called for those opportunities. So don't miss out, man. I went and got my ticket. My people's got their ticket. Everybody get a ticket, man. It's time. Holidays is just around the corner. Christmas is just around the corner. We just got done with Thanksgiving. Wouldn't it be nice to get a 75-inch TV or generator or a surround sound system for somebody for Christmas? So there you have it. All right, Trey.
That would be a nice thing to sit up and to do, to sit up and pull up and like to invite somebody over and be like, hey, you're saying, oh, you know what? I just won this television.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So of course, so like you said, that's the show for today. Y'all should be able to catch us again come next Thursday. Who's the next Thursday game in which we'll of course get into
Lions and Packers, baby. Lions and Packers.
Oh, that's gonna be one. Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one.
They set their game up this year for Thursday night game.
The weather ain't gonna play a factor in that one because it don't even matter. That ain't even a weather type. It don't even matter. Both of them play in the cold. So it don't even matter.
Or it's kind of because the Detroit plays in the dome.
In the dome, yeah. That's
but if you gotta go to Lambeau, it might.
I think it is in Lambeau. Is it in Lambeau? Yeah.
It's
in Detroit. Nope.
I think the Lions are at home. I think it's
it's in Detroit.
It's in Ford Field. Yeah, Ford Field. So it's in Detroit, not too far. So yeah, so definitely one thing to take a look at and tap in. So we'll be back, of course, on Thursday. So y'all could basically tap in and take a look at that. I was just wondering, did any of y'all underrated, overrated? Did y'all list change? Did y'all get something this year that you wanted to add? Be like, you know what, this that new hotness, or did you decide like, you know what, maybe this is a little overrated? So did any of y'all list change from this past week from Thursday?
Somebody still had banana pudding. Yeah, my list.
And it was good too. I had it. Nope, my list didn't change at all. I had it. It was good. I made it. It was good. It sure was. I sure had it. It was good.
So in any case, we greatly appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll sit up and holler at y'all. Peace. Enjoy the rest of y'all games for the rest of the week. For this week. Bang, bang, Niner game. Let's go.
No. He can't get that. No, he don't get that. He don't get that. Eagle fan for life, baby. This is what you do.
Ooh,
Let's go. Cyro 5 Military Fraternity and Corporate. Y'all be easy.